In this video, we will take a unique 3D look at the technique used to set up for, initiate, and land a heelside frontside 360. To start, you will need to get yourself into a seated edging position after you edge out away from the wakes. Bend your knees and sit down while you are coasting out in the flats. You should be seated before you start the approach while you are waiting for the boat to start the edge in. Along with the seated edging position, you will need to use an ollie edge to keep the line tension low so you can pop the trick straight up and then pull to pass easily. The ollie edge is an edge that is basically created by the boat's tendency to always pull you back towards center. This type of edge is a natural swing and requires very little effort by the rider. You sit there in position while the boat builds your edge. As you approach and the boat builds your edge, your eyes are focused on the face of the wake, where you think you will ride through. This focus helps you time the pop with your legs so you can set your axis before pulling and spinning. Your mindset should be to clear the wake with all legs and very little speed so the line tension stays low and you'll be able to pull, spin, and pass easily. You'll notice as Nikos approaches he is in a very seated position, which enables him to pop or stand tall hard at the wake to take the trick high into the air. After you leave the wake and set your axis, pull your knees up a little. This move helps you wait a little bit to ensure the trick is taken straight up and the axis is set before spinning, but also puts you in a more compact position so your axis won't be affected as easily as you rotate if the rope pulls you. You will get away with more mistakes if you spin with your knees up instead of spinning tall. After pulling your knees up, pull and move the handle toward your trailing hip with your back hand to start the spin. At the same time you start the spin, push your butt toward the boat to help your upper body lean away from the boat to avoid getting pulled over on the landing. When you reach to pass the handle with your free hand, your board should be closest to the boat while your hips and butt poke out a bit toward the boat. You should be able to see the bottom graphics of the board from the boat if your axis is leaning away from the boat a bit. If you see the top graphics from the boat, then you are too upright and you may get pulled forward as you come around for the landing, which will cause you to fall out the front. Your shoulders and head should be leaning away and should be the farthest from the boat than anything else to resist the pull of the boat. After passing the handle, allow your lower body and board to continue the rotation, but try to slow your head down so your board finishes the 360 before your upper body. Finishing the spin with your board and lower body first will keep your upper body back against the rope, which will resist the tendency to get pulled forward on the landing. Your head should actually stop looking back toward the landing side wake and not towards the boat. If you bring your head around too far, too early, you will over-rotate and reinforce the habit of moving forward toward the boat with your upper body. If your head stops, then your upper body stays back. Keeping your eyes and head looking back towards the wake also plays a role in helping you land against the rope, which helps you stick the landing. Try to continue your edge out toward the flats to complete the heelside frontside 360 in control.